So my role of Director of Purchasing is a little different than the role of my buyers and purchasers, so I'll give you an idea of what they do instead. So we buy raw materials to build electronic equipment. Those materials range from plastic to metal housing on electronics to components for wire assemblies. Each little resistor or capacitor that you find on a printed circuit board has to be purchased individually. So there are a lot of numbers to manage, and so we do that work. So in addition to that, we buy printed materials for our marketing and technical writing groups. And then a typical day would be spent following up on existing purchasing orders, making sure they're on track. We also place new orders every day, and based on our demand drive from sales and our forecasts. And if we have defective materials, we have our staff work with our suppliers to return them for a credit or replacement. And then we also get involved in accounting sometimes to make sure that transactions are good or to verify them if they need to be, to make sure our invoice prices are correct.
All right, welcome to DMP. I'm glad you're here. Let me show you around to our office. I'm so excited you're here. This documentary will be really good. I think it'll be great for the people. Here's our office right here. Hey guys, documentary girl's here.
Hello! Welcome to our office. Very spacious, as you can see. I'm just sitting here, working on our sales forecast. Very important business. My business, doing sales director stuff. Really, really, really tough stuff. But you know what? I'm here to get it done, and that's what matters. As you know, I do all the work, big work, all the stuff. Making sure all these numbers are getting right. The company doesn't sink because that even that I thought was going to happen to the hotel didn't happen, but it's fine.
I guess technically I'm the assistant to the purchasing director, but I'm the purchasing director. I do all of Ken's work for him.
I'm Toby. I'm assistant to the assistant director of purchasing, I think. I'm 19 years old. I had a great run at Hollister, but I was going to move on to bigger and better things, so I'm like, why not purchasing?
Alrighty, so how does my role affect the overall supply chain in the company? Well, my job is to direct the overall material flow from the manufacturing side of our business. It's a really big deal. I'm huge, as they say these days. Along with my team, we'll use the plan requirements from the sales forecast to create a pipeline of materials to keep our manufacturing operations going. This is achieved through supply agreements, sales forecasts, consigned materials programs, blanket and standard purchase orders, and even web orders. I don't know if y'all know this, but the internet's kind of a big deal these days. It's only been around for, like 20 or so years. I lose track. While engineering provides us with the basic list of materials and manufacturers that are to be used in our products, we have the flexibility to actually go out and find and certify our own goods that we can buy. And we do this for cost reduction reasons and to help the supply chain wherever possible. So when a supplier is having difficulty fulfilling our requirements, if there's a material shortage or manufacturing stops altogether, we're the ones that get to answer for it and provide new materials. Alright, so how did I get into supply chain management? Well, I actually kind of stumbled into it. I did it on purpose. But after a 10-year mini career in the hotel industry, I needed to change industries to be at home with my family more. I started working as an accounting manager at the hotel, and actually not the hotel, for an electronics manufacturing company. After a few years, we had a reorganization divided into business units, where I became a manager of one of those units. All of these basic functions were contained in each business unit, and so I had to learn as much as possible as I could about each of them. Those functions included quality assurance, pre-production planning, material handling, shipping and location stuff, logistics, and purchasing and supply chain. I spent 9 years in that role, and then it looked like the company was going to go down the drain, so I jumped ship and got my new job. That other company turned out, went public. Now worth a couple $1 billion, but it's good. It's good. I'm where I'm at now. Very happy.
Ken does talk a lot about his past experience in the hotel industry, and sometimes I kind of feel like he's trying to turn this place into a hotel. He tried to put pools in the lobby one day, like those blow-up pools, and he just sat there in the blow-up pool all day long.
Ken has made some great changes around the place. Like, just my short time working here, he put these like inflatable pools, and like it's just so chill. It's like Google. It's like working at Google, like ping pong tables and jeans, but we're just like chilling by the pool. It's a great time.
You know, one thing I learned in the hotel industry is that everybody loves a good pool day.
Which one of you guys feels good? Feels good, feels good.
That's you.
No! So what is the best aspect of my job? Well, the favorite part of my job, there are two really. The first one is that no job day is like. For example, I have meetings with like 2 different suppliers, which is a lot, in our facility to discuss new opportunities and a continuation for our existing programs. Plus, I'm working on a super important critical project to help supply materials for new product launch that we'll be doing soon. Then second is the people. I'm a people person. I like to think I lead for the people, by the people, again, to the people from my position as a people person. I get along with everybody.
Oh yeah, Ken. Yeah, he is a guy, great guy. He does my performance review, so I really can't say anything bad about him. But if this doesn't like release, you know, like if this doesn't go out to the public, he's not good. Not good at all.
What is my view of supply chain and its importance in the company? Well, I don't want to toot our own horn or anything, but we're pretty much the most important part of the company. Yeah, if we're not here, the whole boat sinks. Made that mistake once, not gonna let it happen again. To us, we think, of course, we're the most important in the organization. If there aren't many materials, then nothing can be made. Production shuts down entirely. The company loses all its money and it dies. So, as with most organizations, purchasing may be underappreciated for what they do. We only get attention when there are material shortages. And it's often that purchasing will be noticed for having great on-time deliveries overall.